on day 1, by the way. My name is Ronel L. Umping. So, this is a continuation of our topic. So, for the very first slide, as what you see, so let's tackle about the mixed income in the case 1, earner from the profit from the business. So, first is the gross compensation income. In the gross compensation income, meron tayong 300,000 dyan. So, ito yung sinasabi nila is the total income na na-earn doon sa mga employment before yung deduction nila. So, alawa is yung non-taxable income o yung compensation, which is meron kayong nakakita dyan sa ano natin is yung 30,000, diba? So, ito yung 30,000, ito yung mag-represent doon sa portion ng compensation ng income that not allowed doon sa subject to that tax, like yung certain allowances or yung benefits. Then, pangalawa natin is yung taxable compensation income na merong 270,000. Ito naman yung amount ng compensation ng income that will be the tax na totally yung mga gross compensation income at saka yung non-taxable compensation. So, let's proceed doon sa gross business income na 400. As what you see, yung 400 natin sa taas. So, this the total revenue generated from the business before the deducting of expenses. So, other gross income na mayroong 20. So, this includes any other income sources na outside doon sa employment and the businesses. For example, yung rental of income and yung interest niya. So, let's proceed. Total gross income na 420. So, yung 420K na yan, this is the sum of all income. So, ito yung kabuuhan ng income ng sources doon sa mga taxable ng compensation income plus yung gross business income plus yung other gross income. Okay? So, less deduction. Sa less deduction naman, meron tayong 250. So, ito na yung mga allowable deduction doon sa mga galing sa mga gross income na dumating sa mga taxable income like yung mga businesses, yung expenses, allowable personal deduction. Okay? So, taxable net income na 170. Ito na yung magre-represent doon sa income na subject doon sa tax after na ma-deduct yung allowable expenses at saka yung total or yung tinatawag nating total income na ima-minus mo doon sa deduction. Then after that is yung taxable income na 440. There seems to be error. So, parang may error dito sa final calculation. So, yung final calculation dapat dyan, it should be 170 based on the preceding calculation. Tapos, this reported values is likely incorrect. Okay? So, meaning 170 yan, not 440. So, siguro na magkamali lang. So, case, dito tayo magbe-base naman sa second slide natin, sa pinakapangalawa natin is yung case 4. Dito sa case 4 natin, is first yung mixed income earner ng net loss from the business. So, dito na yung papasok yung gross compensation income na 300. Same doon sa case 1. Less ng taxable pension. Same din doon sa case 1 natin na 30. Yung taxable compensation income na merong 270. Same din doon sa case 1 natin kanina. Yung gross business income, 200 revenue from the business. Add other gross income na may 20,000, same doon sa case 1. Tapos yung total gross income na may 220, sum of the income sources. So, dito na maglaless yung deduction na 250,000, yun na yung deductible expenses. So, take note na yung mga deduction na exceed ng gross ng income from the business and other sources. Okay? So, let's proceed doon sa net loss. Yung net loss na 30K, ito na yung business incurred a net of loss. So, magkapapasok doon sunod natin yung taxable income na 270, diba? In case the net loss from the business is not able to offset, ibig sabihin hindi siya able na mag-offset sa taxable compensation income. Therefore, the taxable, ibig sabihin nun, yung income ng solely from the employment income, yung maano niya. So, yung sunod niya. So, let's proceed to the slide 2. Slide 2 tayo, which is determination of taxation income. So, dito sa determination of taxation income, dito na yung method na ma-determine natin yung taxable income ng corporation in the same as that used for the sole proprietorship o yung professionals. Dito naman, that means yung corporate na income is calculated by the subtracting allowance, yung mga expenses niya and also the deduction from the gross income. Tapos yung similar to how individual na business owner na makakalculate yung mga taxable income. Okay? So number 2 natin is yung accounting method. So yung accounting method naman natin, dito na yung accounting method na ito yung use for determining na yung isang corporation taxable income is mag-base doon sa mga taxpayer, lalo na doon sa mga annual accounting period. This means, it means that corporation use the same accounting period like a calendar year or fiscal year that they use for the regular financial. So, ginagamit na yun sa mga reporting. So, the accounting methods, yun na yung magre-regularly employed in the company's books are used for the tax purposes. Okay? So, let's proceed to the third slide, which is the taxable income computation. Ayan, makikita nyo naman, meron tayong graph sa taas, meron tayong value. So, yung taxable income computation, din na yung top shows na yung mga taxpayer can calculate the taxable income using different method. So, then doon na accounting basis or other nila ba? First, yung tax basis nila. So, kung yung tax basis, yung income is magre-recognize doon sa cash kung matatanggap na when received. And yung expenses are deducted doon naman pag na-paid. So, this can be applied to the calendar year. Magsisimula sila like 1st of the January, mag-end or the 1st of the December or a fiscal year or any 12 of the month. So, dito naman tayo sa accrual basis. Yung accrual basis na sinasabi nila, ito yung income na recognized when it's big sabihin regardless of cash receipt. So, dito na yung mga expenses, incurred of cash, payments. This also applies to calendar or fiscal years. So, second is yung determining gross income from business selling goods. So, yung selling goods, the exert of focus sa calculating gross income for business selling goods. This is done using a simple formula. Diba? May formula sa'yo. For example, yung sale natin is total, yun na yung mga total revenue from a selling goods natin. So, yung sell less cost of goods sold or yung kinatawag nating cost of sales, yan na yung mga direct costs associated doon sa mga producing or acquiring goods sold. This includes raw materials, labor, and other direct manufacturing or yung mga purchasing cost nila. So, yung gross income naman natin is ito na yung the profit from the sold of the goods sales, cost of goods na sold. Okay? Number 3 is we have cost of sale. Yung cost of sale, dito na yung ma-expert defines na ma-explains nila yung how to calculate cost of sales. Diba? In general definition, yung mga from merchandising businesses, it's the acquisition of cost. For manufacturing businesses, it's the manufacturing cost of the goods na sold. So, yung cost of sales for trading businesses naman, ito na yung mga goods na nasold natin na madedetermine natin na using. By using na specific identification, perpetual inventory system, periodic system. Okay? Dito tayo sa specific identification. Ito na yung mag-tracking the exact cost of its items na sold. So, specific identification. Yung perpetual inventory system, ito na yung continuously updating inventory or yung recording using point of sale o yung tinatawag nilang POS or point of sale system. So, dito sa periodic inventory system, magkakalculating na ito ng cost of goods na nasold doon sa end of the period using a formula. So, like, yung formula natin dito sa periodic inventory, yung formula niya is na first, makikita niyan is the beginning of inventory. Yung beginning inventory, yun na yung value of inventory at the start of the period. Then, pangalawa natin is yung purchases, yung net of returns and allowances. Yun na yung mga cost of goods na na-purchase less any returns or allowances. Then, yung freight in, ito na yung cost of transporting, purchase of goods. So, meaning to say, ito na yung mga cost natin o yung makabuuhang bayan na natin pamasahe na para yung nagamit natin doon sa para pag-purchase ng mga goods. Then, also, yung total goods natin is yung available of sale. Yun na yung the sum of the beginning inventory na purchase and yung freight in. Okay? Oh my God. Then, the last ending inventory is yung value of inventory at the end of the period. Okay? So, and the last is yung cost of goods sold. Ito na yung magre-result doon sa cost of goods na nasold. Ito sa business selling goods. So, yung business selling goods, ito na yung mga section na ma-provides, yung mga naka-provides dyan sa ano natin, is yung mga example o paano natin ma-calculate yung mga gross income for business of sales goods. Ito yung mga steps niya. So, first is yung data provided. So, yung data provided natin, the example of start with the bar figures as yung magre-represent siya doon sa sales ng discounts of the term the ending of inventory na na-purchase and rent in. Okay? So, doon papasok yung cost of sales calculation. Yung cost of sales goods sold is calculated using the periodic inventory system. So, first is mag-start sila doon sa beginning of inventory. So, yung beginning of inventory na 600,000 pesos, then, yung net purchase na 2,500 and ima-minus doon sa 150. Then, ang magiging result nun is yung 2,350.